Can I ask you something? Can I ask a question? How the fuck do you die in a forest fire? What, do you not see it coming? That doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense how the fuck you die in a forest fire. Can you, and I'm serious when I'm asking this question, can you name a slower moving danger than a forest fire? It is the slow, so let me get this straight. There's a fire that was moving at a snail's pace. I know this isn't sensitive. Don't give a shit. Moving at a snail's pace. You didn't see the smoke. You didn't see the news. And when you caught on fire, you refused to do the most low IQ movement in existence. Stopping, dropping, and rolling. Can you, I'm serious, can you name a movement that requires a lower IQ than rolling on the ground? This is the safest way, this is the easiest way to escape danger ever. This is it. This is the pinnacle. So it's different if, I'll say this, it's different if you're elderly or disabled. Like if you're retarded, I'm sorry, rest in peace, okay? There's nothing you can really do about that. If you're elderly, if you're fucking 98 and your fucking oxygen tank blew up when the fucking fires hit the wooden home you live in, it's fine. Rest in peace. But dude, if you're like 29 and your brick house slowly burned and you passed away, what the fuck are we doing? How do a dozen people die? Do you know how many people a dozen is? That's a lot. In my opinion, that's a lot. That's what I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Also, I want to talk about politics in general and like how people think it's so black and white. It's like it's not that black and white. And I'm gonna be talking about I'm not gonna scream. 9/11. 9/11. I'm gonna give you some facts you probably didn't know about 9/11. I recently learned these facts about 9/11. And while I'm talking about these facts about 9/11, I do I have a lighter? Can you hold on one second? You're not doing anything important. You have time to watch my channel. Be so for real. 1 second. I'm sorry, I was in need of a lighter. In need of a lighter. I was in need of that. Let me see if I can find the tea. I have tea. I bought it. Okay, hello. I bought this tea, and I know it looks just like a joint. I don't mean to, sorry, come here. Get close to me. I don't mean to deceive you, but this is definitely tea. Now, so what I did was I rolled this tea into this joint-looking thing so I could inhale L-theanine and feel the effects of it and relax as I'm talking to you on this channel. I want to talk about politics real quick. Let me ask you a question. Do the ends justify the means? Do the ends justify the means? And by that I mean, do the ends justify the means? So, let me tell you a couple quick facts about the attacks on September 11th. Here's what we know. We know the night before, the commander of NORAD, sorry, this tea is really harsh. We know that September 10th at night, the commander of NORAD, if you don't know what NORAD is, I'd highly encourage you to Google it, but I'll give you a simple explanation that's probably wrong, or near wrong. It's the air defense apparatus for the North American continent, including Canada as well, and I think South America. Well, no, because that's South America. So North America, the United States, and Canada. NORAD looks over the airspace, right? The security system for that entire apparatus was reduced from high to normal on September 10th by the head of NORAD. Coincidence? Come on. 2. Not only did your own intelligence agency, the Central Intelligence Agency, also known as the CIA, inform you that Al-Qaeda was looking to make some sort of threat or some sort of active push towards a fucking hijacking on the east coast of the United States, particularly in Washington. 3 to 4 other intelligence agencies also informed you as well. Let's say you're the president. This is a hypothetical, by the way. 3 to 4 other intelligencies, including German intelligence, Russian intelligence, Australian intelligence, by all accounts, and your own intelligence, British intelligence, a bunch, MI6, a lot of people told you, and this isn't, I'm not making this shit up. That's the cool thing about what I'm talking about right now, is this is one of those things that, like, I thought about this before. This is one of those things where it's like, if you don't believe me, it doesn't really matter because it's still true. It's one of those things where it's like, there's no argument here. Where like this is what happened. I'm explaining to you what happened. So it's like if you're uneducated on what happened, that's fine. You can look it up. I'll put a link in the description to the documentary that I partly watched so far, and I'm still getting through. But like, this isn't one of those things where it's like there's room for discussion or something like that. This is what happened. So I love tea. Such good tea. Do the ends justify the means? They lowered they lowered the security. Okay, we knew that Al Qaeda was coming. We knew that there was a tag. We knew that there's fucking that they were gonna pursue a hijacking scandal thingy, whatever. And so, would you ramp up security on the interceptor pilots on the East Coast, or B, not ramp up security on the interceptor pilots on the East Coast? What's an interceptor pilot? An interceptor pilot is pretty self-explanatory. It's a fighter pilot that intercepts specifically a hijacked airline for the most part, or other protuberances in the normal, movements of the airspace within the NORAD realm of jurisdiction, right? So, given the choice of ramping up the security or not ramping up the security, Roosevelt and George C. Marshall, a motherfucker that actually graduated from my college, chose to not only not ramp up security on the East Coast with the interceptor pilots for at least the time being, they actually reduced it to a degree that's non-excusable. So here's what happened. On September, I'll give you a short synopsis. This is one of those, you don't have to believe me. Doesn't matter. Watch the documentary. There's evidence. There was an abnormal meaning like an amount that is unprecedented. There's an abnormal amount of hijacking simulations performed with the air traffic controllers and the interceptor pilots that work with NORAD. And these tests not only disrupted the air traffic controllers' efficiency to actually respond to a real hijacking, they also burnt out all the interceptor jets. So they had no fuel. So when 9/11 happened and the fucking planes were crashing into a bunch of shit all over the United States, they didn't have any jets to respond with. Isn't that funny? It's a little funny. Isn't that funny? Isn't it funny that the people in charge, some of the people in charge in NORAD, it was their first day? Why couldn't you contact George C. Marshall? Why couldn't you subjugate the chain of command and get things through? What the fuck was going on? Where was Roosevelt? Where was George C. Marshall? Why couldn't you contact him? These are, okay, it's one of those things. But, do the ends justify the means? Let's say, for example, George C. Marshall and President Roosevelt, is it Roosevelt or was it Bush? I'm thinking completely wrong. First of all, Bush was 9/11. Wait, no. Roosevelt was 9/11. Holy shit, let me get my facts straight. Roosevelt was 9/11 45. No. Jesus Christ, what is happening to me? Roosevelt was 45 Pearl Harbor. Bush was 9/11. George W. Bush. Holy shit. Why has nobody been correcting me during this pre-recorded video telling me that I've been saying the wrong president for fucking 9 minutes straight? Come on, guys. You gotta fucking pick it up. So, Bush and George C. Marshall, my bad. Holy shit, that's embarrassing. Like the jacket? Thanks. I know. It's sick. No, it's not Chrome Hearts. It's counterfeit. Gotta relight it. Anyways, so here's what we have. you're let's say, a really high-ranking member of the United States military, and you've been in this position for a few years now. You're one of the very few people to ever make it to 5-star general. You're not there yet, but you're on your way, and you and the events from what's about to happen will skyrocket your fucking trajectory in your career. Thus after. So you're given a choice. The United States is in a lot of debt, and war makes money. It makes money. People are complaining we're in debt, and you're like, okay, let's solve the debt problem. Unfortunately, we can't just print money because the fucking inflation will go through the roof, everything will skyrocket, and you'll kill yourself. So we can't do that. You don't like any of the other options, so I'll just invade a small country, but I need them to attack us first so we look good in the news. That's what I need. I need to look good in the news. So I let 9/11 occur. Oops. And then I retaliate, shoot them all, whatever, fucking bunch of brown skins, just kill them. Easy. Easy. Drop a couple bombs, shoot a couple motherfuckers. We look good on the news. Everybody wins. What's really the downside? I'm sorry, 3,000 lives? I understand 3,000 lives is not one life or 0 lives. I get that. But if we're trading 3,000 lives for millions of lives based off of, let's say, the effects of inflation, for example, or just in general, we allow things to keep going as they are, we had to invade. We had to invade. Did we have a choice? Did we have a choice in invading Afghanistan? Did we really? Is it that simple? Is it black and white is the question. That's the question. I'm not asking you if we should or shouldn't have done it. I'm asking you, is it an easy question to answer? Oh, fuck. Oh. Yes. I'm asking you, is it simple? I'm not asking you, do you know the answer? I'm asking you if it's simple or not. I don't think it's simple. If you think it's simple, I don't think you know much about politics. I don't know everything about politics. But I know enough to know that it's not simple. That's what I know. I know it's not, okay, easy choice. I'll ask you another question. Do you think, and this is a legitimate question I'd like you to think about. Do you think every president, specifically Joe Biden, do you think Joe Biden, Bo Biden, love him or hate him, do you think in the debate with Donald Trump that lasted well over an hour, he was 100% sober? That's all I'm asking. 100%? 98% is even zero. He's not 0% sober. I mean, he's not 0% on drugs. He's not 100% sober. 98% sober is not 100%. So he's on something. I don't think he was sober. And do you blame him? You can't be sober when you're running a fucking country. It's a country. What are you going to do? Relax? What are you going to watch TV when you're running one of the greatest countries to ever exist? One of the greatest empires in history of the entire planet. What are you going to take a day off? Be for real, bro. So let's say, oops, George W. Bush invades Afghanistan. My bad. Who the fuck? Come on. Would you have done better? Can you be honest? You wouldn't. You fucking don't know what you're doing. I don't know what I'm doing. You don't even know what you fucking ate for lunch 2 days ago. You can't even maintain a stringent workout schedule. You don't floss. You're not running a country. It doesn't make any sense. People despise politicians as if they could do better. As if they could do better. Fine. Hate politicians, but shut the fuck up when you hate politicians because you're not doing better than them. You're just not. It's not that simple. These are the smartest motherfuckers on the planet. The people who make the decisions in the United Nations, who make the decisions, not who relay information, but the people who make the decisions during the quarrels between the United Nations representatives are the most acumen fucking holding motherfuckers that exist, bro. You're not doing better. I'm sorry. If you were gonna, you'd be in that position. People would be begging you to make decisions, but you're not important. It doesn't matter. Does that make sense? Like, cut them some fucking slack. Watch House of Cards. This is not that simple. Sorry to burst your bubble. People really go to sleep, and Tim Dillon said people really go to sleep at night. It's like people really go to sleep at night thinking that like politics is just one choice or another choice, and that they're all crooked and snakes. Sure, there's about as many crooked politicians as there are crooked plumbers that are scamming you out of money. There's probably an equal amount, but it's like, dude, the ends. Do the ends justify the means? It's a philosophical question that you have to answer before you sit here and judge a politician for fucking making a decision that you don't understand. It's not that simple. It's truly not. Regardless of what politician you like, what politician you don't like, you have to understand that sometimes they sacrifice the integrity of themselves even so that they could come out brighter on the end, hopefully. And sometimes they gamble and lose. And then you see them in the news and things like that. And you're like, holy shit, I can't believe this person did this, said this, whatever, you know? Next thing you know, they're fucking plastered all over the media. It's not that fucking simple, though, man. It's really not. I'm urging you. I don't want to urge you, but it would be a great idea to watch House of Cards and like, see how the innards of the political intestine lining really work and function and move and shift and change and fucking make decisions, man. It's not that simple. It's truly not. It's not, oh, this politician just wants money. Some of them do, sure. Your cable guy probably wants money. You probably want money. Come on, man. Come on. Come on. Keep an open mind, bro. Kill me. Fuck. Come on. Fucking. I have a lighter in here somewhere. I'm not going to use a candle lighter. I'm not that desperate. Shout out to chamomile tea on Christ. And shout out to the fucking politicians, man. I'm trying to play devil's advocate for real. Like, everybody hates politics. It's like everybody hates politicians. Everybody. Everybody. I don't think it's that simple. You know, there's a quote. It's like, the things that the public believe or scorn, you should definitely question. It's like, if everybody hates politicians, think about why. Let's say we had no politicians. Country fall apart. We'd be taken over in hours by easily, probably China. In hours. Let's say you killed all the politicians. We'd be taken over in hours. Hours. Forget days, weeks, whatever. Hours. We'd be enslaved in a matter of like 6 hours by like either the Chinese, probably not Russia, probably the Chinese, because they're not busy anyway, or somebody else. I don't know. But it wouldn't be hard. I mean, if you destroy all the people who've been doing this for years, that's the thing. And Tim Dillon said this as well. I've been watching a significant amount of Tim Dillon, believe it or not, by the way. He said the lie is too deep to, like, go back now. One does not simply fix the housing crisis. What are we going to do, just make homes affordable? No, you can't. Because then you put companies like BlackRock out of business, who own a lot of the real estate. And if BlackRock goes out of business, your 401k is hitting the fucking garbage can, man. You're running out of money immediately. Your dad's going broke. Your grandpa will starve if BlackRock goes out of business. It's not that easy. It's not. It's really fucking not. So, man, take a step back, relax, and drink more water. First, before you go criticizing the decisions of politicians, people you don't even know their last name. You don't like it so much, get involved. Start a campaign, run. Fuck it. Fuck it. Fuck it. Oh, I don't know. Well, shut up. Run for office. You'll probably lose because you're nobody. But hey, give it a shot. See how easy it is. That's all I'm saying. This is all I'm saying. I say we cut some politicians some fucking slack. That's what I'm saying.